Alrighty guys, Rooster in Tennessee, roostercb.com. This is going to be a video for Mr. Adam, and this is an all-the-way Anytone Quad 6. So power tune, average power mod, AM regulator upgrade, and final upgrade in this thing. Difference between it and the tuned and ready one, you'll see in the video, this one does a little bit more power, and with the AM regulator upgrade, they can run a little bit cooler. So either way, both options of the radio are a great option. If you want to spend a little bit extra money and get a little bit extra radio, the all-the-way mods are a good idea. Really good radios. Some of the best bang for buck radios on the market right now are these Anytone Quad 6s. They sound the best to me with a Superstar 507 or an Extreme 2018. They're going to sound really good with either one. So when you're running these, I always caution people, be careful if you're driving them into an amplifier because they do a lot of average power. If you don't have a meter that accounts for average power, I'm cautioning you to be very careful because these things are dynamite in a small package. We won't ramble on anymore. We'll get into the video here. 14.7 volts. I do have more of these in stock. I don't know if I mentioned that, but they're on the website, roostercb.com, under radios. So if you're interested in one of these, you like how this one does, I do have a couple more of these in stock and available with relatively no wait time right now. So let's get into it. We've got our RF power turned wide open, and we're going to start out on AM. We've got a 100-watt slug in there, so we're looking at the bottom scale. And we got about a 12, 14-watt dead key, something like that. Hello, audio. Now, that meter is not on PEP. That is on average power right now, so throwing it to the wall on average. PEP, audio. You know what we're doing on PEP. We may put a bigger slug in there in a second and see what this thing's doing. Matter of fact, let's do that right now. I tripped out earlier, guys. I was checking this thing before we did the video. I just checked it on 100-watt slug. I have no idea the exact amount it's doing. I just know it's doing over 100, but I put it on PEP and it was doing less PEP power than average. And I said, man, there's something wrong. There's something not right here. My batteries went dead in my peak kit, so I got to stay on top of that. I got a bad habit of leaving the peak kit turned on. Okay, so we're back on AM. Now we got a 500-watt slug in here. So we're going to be looking at the middle scale. You know, our dead key's relatively the same. It shows 15 watts or so on this one. Audio, and just over 100 watts. We're on average power, by the way. Audio. So just over 100 watts average. PEP, audio, golly dang. I wasn't expecting that. Audio, 1, 2, 3, audio. I don't remember what the last one did, but I don't know if it did that much. Audio, 1, 2, 3, audio, 1, 2, 3, audio. It's showing about 100.5 on a 500-watt slug. Now, if you put a 250-watt slug in there, that may come on down to 125 or 130, but that's pretty stout. I thought they did about 130 watts PEP, but this thing's absolutely getting with it, so this thing's going to drive the heck out of whatever kind of amp you put it in. I tell you what, I would go on the cautious side with this, with it all the way. I would linger on the cautious side, and I'd be pretty careful about driving this into like a straight 6-pill. That's just my opinion because it's doing 100 watts average. That's kind of 8-pill numbers as far as average power goes. Now the PEP is fine. The peak power that we just showed, 150 watts, that's not going to hurt anything. But I tell people that if you're going to run one of these radios, I encourage you to have a meter that reads average power accurately, is because this thing's doing 100 watts average. And that's a lot of power. I mean, you know, 150 watts even, you might say, well, heck, that thing would be okay to put into a 4-pill, you know, a 4-pill 2879 C box or something. Well, I got news for you. You're probably going to end up having trouble with it, with your amp if you run this radio into one, because 100 watts average power, that's like most radios that do 100 watts average, they do about 250 to 275 PEP. Average power in PEP runs different on these radios. They do a lot more average power. The PEP to average power ratio isn't quite as high. You know, generally most radios, it's about 2.5 times your peak power. Your peak power is 2.5 times, 2 times your average power. With these, you know, average is about 3/4 of the output or so, give or take. So I've even seen them do almost identical average in PEP, as strange as that is. So just something to be wary of, guys. Sideband rather. Show you what it does here. We'll just leave the RF power wide open. Why not? Probably gonna do a little bit less on sideband on peak. Audio 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it does about 125, 130. Audio 1, 2, 3. Audio 1, 2, 3. Audio. But on average, show you right. Audio. It still does a little bit less average. So it's like 100 something on AM, a little bit less than 100 on sideband. So it's actually a good thing. I'm glad it doesn't do more on sideband. That's generally the worry, that it's going to do a lot more. So pretty good there. This is what it's drawing on sideband. Audio, 10 amps. And now when we go back to AM, I'm actually going to expect it to draw more for a change, because it's doing more average power on AM. So audio, there you go. Audio. 12 amps, give or take. That's at 14.7. I mean, you drop the voltage, it'll do a little bit less. Raise the voltage, do a little bit more. I would not recommend running these. 15 volts would be the absolute max. Probably be okay right there. But again, more voltage, more heat. I would be a little bit leery of running them that hot. We'll make sure it receives good for him. We're just going to key up here. There you guys go. Big old signal. Hello. Let's see. Turn our volume up. We can hear. Hello. Audio. Yeah, there you guys go. So good receive on it. Nice, quiet receive. Doesn't pick up a lot of static. Another great feature of these Quad 6s. I do have the adapters in stock on the website. If you guys want the adapter for it, you don't want to run the stock mic that comes with it, you can run whatever mic on these you want. All you need is the adapter. It goes from the crazy 6-pin to the standard 4-pin plug here. Again, Extreme 2018, Superstar 507, that's what I recommend. You may find something you like better, but those are the two that I recommend. All right, guys, that's it. Anytone Quad 6, bad mama jamma. Dynamite in a small package. Everybody have a good one out there. Rooster in Tennessee, roostercb.com. Catch you guys out there. See you, bye.